There's one right there. That feels good.
There's one. Wow. That's a net full.
There we go.
Good one. Real good one.
Look at that beast.
Beautiful. Got it. Wow, that's a big one, dude.
That's what it's all about, man.
Nice job, you two.
Lund Boats proudly presents the ultimate fishing experience. This week on Lund's The Ultimate Fishing Experience. Lake Vermilion and the surrounding bodies of water in northeastern Minnesota are no doubt a world-class multi-species mecca. Longtime area guide Billy Rosner is very familiar with all the opportunities this area has to offer. And as for the relative newcomer Jason Freed, it's pretty apparent he has boatloads of experience on the lake as well. The plan is to each spend a day as the guide and the guided. First, Billy takes Jason out on a local river, and the following day, Jason guides his new client Billy on the big lake. Each has a slightly different approach to the day's fishing, but both have one thing in common. They are pro guides who fish out of Lund Pro Guides.
Billy Rosner, we're up here in northern Minnesota today, and I'm with my good friend Jason Freed and fellow guide, and we're going to go out and fish one of the remote area bodies of water here around Lake Vermilion. There's so many opportunities up here, lakes, rivers, you know, besides Lake Vermilion. And then tomorrow we're going to jump in his 2075 Pro Guide and hit the lake. So it should be a fun couple of days, Jason.
You're right, Billy. You know what I love about guiding up in this area is it's a multi-species mecca. Bass, pike, walleyes, panfish, crappies. It's everything up here. Plus, it's beautiful country. So I'm looking forward to hopping in the boat. I brought a few of my rods along.
Awesome.
Should we hit the water?
Yeah, it should be a great day.
Sounds good,
Let's
Billy.
do it.
So it's mid-June, and we're up here in this Vermilion area. Water temps right now, Billy, I think I've seen on the lake are in the low 70s. Some days they dip down in the upper 60s. We're dealing with obviously some bug hatches, but you know, typically mid-June's a great time to be fishing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna focus more on walleyes, but we're also gonna do some casting. And so how do you think what's gonna be the game plan today, Billy?
Well, yeah, we're gonna, you know, focus on walleyes. Like you said, we're coming off a mayfly hatch, and actually, it's actually still going on in spots. And what I like to do, you know, we're not gonna fish any live bait today. It's gonna be, you know, boot tails, you know, maybe some spinner baits, inlines. You know, we might even throw some Ned rigs, wacky style. You know, it's gonna be. You know, we might catch some walleyes in some ways you never thought we caught them before. So it's gonna be fun. We should get into some nice smallies.
Well, the real question, Billy, is we have two fishing guides here. We're in your boat today, so that means you're in charge. So that means since we're not using live bait, are you gonna tie on all my lures that I snag and lose?
No, you're on your own.
Good thing I practiced my knot tying, but
yeah.
we always are talking and learning from one another, and Billy's got tons of knowledge, and you know, he's kind of like a mentor to me when it comes to the whole industry, but also learning this area as I've been up here for 4 years now. And then tomorrow, yeah, we're gonna hop in the 2075 Pro Guide tomorrow, and I'll be in the captain's seat tomorrow, and we're gonna get out on the big lake, Lake Vermilion. We cover some water tomorrow, and we'll have probably a different game plan and approach as the bug hatch has been going on throughout the lake, so we're gonna have to kind of bop around, but I think between Billy's knowledge and you know, being out on the lake myself here, and it'll be fun to kind of compare not only the 2075 to the 1875 Pro Guide, but also kind of compare Billy's approach to the big lake as to my approach to the big lake.
Yeah, so you're gonna put my leeches on tomorrow then?
I'll do that because I'm in the captain's seat, and that's what a good guide does, Billy.
Fish?
Yep.
Easy, just remember, you don't know what it's gonna be here. Bass.
Bass.
You want me to net it?
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's a decent one.
Nice bass.
Throw a little current.
Yeah, with that
Bass have
wind
a little
blowing.
bit more.
Nice looking bass. Nice job. So it makes this river fishing fun. Nice.
Just like that.
That's a nice looking bass, Jason. She's all yours.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good one to start the day.
A real good one.
Good guide back here. Put me on the spot.
You need pliers? You got
Yeah.
it?
Oh, I got it.
Got it?
Billy.
Nice. This guy.
That's a nice one right there. Beauty. Probably, I don't know, what do you think, Billy?
Yeah,
18 or so?
It's a big bass. It's a nice bass. I'll take those all day long.
Heck yeah. Yeah, just casting we're just fan casting this area right here. We've got a nice flat right here, some rock scatters, some weeds, and we just chowed a swim bait, so we can get that one back. Good start to the day.
That's why I was asking you what you had, because it's kind of fun, because you don't know if it's going to be a walleye, a pike, or a bass.
I haven't caught a smallie like that in a while.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
Yep. Ooh, good one. It's a smallie.
Good one.
Yeah. Not a monster, but respectable. You got your line in the water yet?
Yeah. Hold on, Billy. There we go.
Look at that. He sees the boat. These things are so strong.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a big small. Big one. Big old tub. He sees the boat now. Oh, man, that's it. Here's what we're looking for. This is a big old football here, Jason. If it all works out, we might get to see it.
We're making circles around the rock, Billy.
Oh,
Gosh. How many guys does it take to get a smallmouth in the boat? It's like clowns in the car here.
come on. Here she comes. Nice.
That's a good one.
There we go.
Look at that one.
There we go, Jason.
That's a good one, Billy.
Yeah, this is a beautiful fish here. We're fishing, there's some heavy rock here that kind of transitions. There's some scattered cabbage in here. And throwing swim baits. Jason's throwing a Ned. He caught one earlier on a swim bait. And, you know, we're just moving around, spot locking, fan casting. And they're a little picky, but they're here. And finally got another good one to commit here. So, beautiful bass. Nice, that was fun. I'm a fourth generation guide. I grew up in northern Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan. My great-grandparents built the first resort up there in 1920, and so I just grew up in it. It's kind of my DNA, and then I had the opportunity to come to northern Minnesota back in the, I guess, middle 90s. I used to guide a guy that has a lodge on Lake Vermilion, so, you know, I had a good connection. Everything come full circle here, and been guiding up in this area, you know, 20 plus years. You know, of course, I've seen a lot of changes. I mean, it's pretty amazing where everything's went with boats and trolling motors and electronics and where we're at today. And, you know, this whole Lake Vermilion area, whether you're out on a remote river or lake, there's just so much up here in this area. The resorts are very welcoming, and it's just, you know, it's such a great area, the fishery and everything, and pretty blessed to be able to do what I do in this area.
If we had live scope, we could see them.
Well, you could see them.
You could see
Not
them.
so sure you could catch them, but you could see them. Oh, that's a fish.
Oh?
Yeah. That feels like a decent fish. And Jason, I didn't have my live scope on.
Well, I got one too.
Yeah?
Mine's not very big.
I have no idea what this is. Huge, but I mean, it's, at least we'll get it. It's not bad. A little chunky. I'm all this tan grab them. There we go. Nice northern pike. A Northwood's favorite up here. When I used to do shore lunches, I used to fillet up a lot of these. They're actually a really good eating fish. Yeah, nice pike.
That one.
Nice.
Right there. Oh, it's a walleye. Hey, it's a walleye.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice walleye. Nice.
Yeah, I just hooked this one here right now in the boat. And what's crazy is, like Billy said, you never know what you're gonna catch out here. And so, lo and behold,
Nice.
you got
Well, he's off too.
about a 19-inch walleye on a spinnerbait. Like I said, nice and perky right there. You never know when you're on these systems like this. Walleye, bass, pike, crappies, perch, You just got to keep casting. And sometimes you catch gold. Healthy. There you go, Captain.
Thank you.
Guide. Well, that kind of wraps up our river excursion.
Yeah, it was fun.
We managed to put a few smallmouth in the boat, a couple really nice ones. Got a bonus walleye.
Yeah.
So I caught some pike.
Yep.
Which is what the kind of the river's all about, right?
Right.
Catching multi-species. So tomorrow we will head out on the big lake in the big tiller, the 2075 Pro Guide, and we're gonna bomb around on big Lake Vermilion tomorrow, see what it's all about. Do a little walleye fishing. After today's wind, it'll be interesting to kind of see how the lake sets up and what the fish are doing tomorrow. But we'll throw everything at them tomorrow and we'll try to put some Vermilion gold in the boat. All right, it's day 2, Billy. We are out on the big lake, Lake Vermilion. Many, many miles of shoreline and islands. We might cover some of those today. We're gonna target walleyes today. We got a nice little south wind, beautiful skies. Probably gonna do a little slip bobbering, maybe a little rigging, maybe a little jig wrapping, which is Billy's favorite. So yeah, we're gonna go out, see what we got. There's a lot of fish in this lake right now. The netting results from the east side and the west side this past spring were really relatively equal, which bodes well that the fishery is really healthy. So we're gonna go out and see what Lake Vermilion walleyes are all about. It just was hanging on it.
That's a nice looking one.
Nice. There we go.
Nice job, Chief.
We nailed it. See if I can get that one unhooked here quick. Here, got it. Well, good start to the morning, about an 18-incher. A lot of these in Lake Vermilion. We're just out here working along a kind of a sand gravel mixed in with a little rock, about 12 to 14 feet, pulling Lindy rigs. Fish are kind of scattered. Anytime we see them scattered, anytime on any lake, you see them scattered like that, kind of along the break, pulling spinners, Lindy rigging, things like that are all good ways and good tactics. Whereas if they're clustered up, bobber fishing and casting. So we're gonna go ahead and let that one go. If I was doing a guide trip today and doing a shore lunch, that'd be a perfect one. Let's get her back.
I don't know if that was bottom. It felt weird. It kind of like it came back.
It's a fish.
No, this is a fish. Nice one. Jason, I think I might need the net.
All right.
This one actually, he hit, kind of fooled me, and then he came back and just whacked it.
Oh, Billy. It's dragging a little bit.
It'll be one of those nice Lake Vermilion walleyes, Jason. Nice.
Nice job, my friend. Good guide put you on that one, I think. We're just working a kind of a sand gravel break. And what I'm doing is I'm using my side imaging to stay off the rocks as much as I can. Obviously, one of the most frustrating things is to get stuck in rocks all the time, which that happens, and it happens from time to time. But what we're doing is staying on the edge of that, where it transitions into gravel. And these fish, I think what they're doing is they're hiding in those rocks on the edges. And as we bring the baits past, that's what happens. Nice job, Billy.
Yeah, nice fish. We're gonna get her back in the water.
A little bit of the back history for me and when it comes to Lake Vermilion is I've been coming to Lake Vermilion ever since I was, 4 years old, 5 years old, something like that. And took many, many family vacations up here and have had just many, many great memories on the lake. And so it's kind of a near and dear place to me, and everybody who's a fisherman probably has that lake in their life. I've always talked with Billy, and I've always told Billy too that, one of my dreams was to, guide up here in the summer. And so 4 summers ago, that opportunity kind of got thrown my way a little bit, and did a little deep thought and thought about it some more and thought, this is an opportunity for me and to help not only expand our guide service, but also, go to a place where I'm super passionate about and have a lot of love for. And so I jumped on the opportunity, and I've enjoyed it. This is my 3rd full summer now up here. And so as from a child who was out here casting for pike and enjoying the lake and learning the lake as, a 5th grader and a 6th grader and all the way up through high school and college, and now I've taken my own family and they've grown to love the lake, and so to be able to come out here and guide, I wouldn't call it work. I'd call it an opportunity to basically chase your passions in life and be in a place that I love. And
Here we go. Like a walleye.
There we go.
Yep.
Better one. Although on Lake Vermilion, they fight like 16 inchers, fight like 24 inchers, and 24 inchers fight like 32 inchers. Hard to beat a crawler in late June.
Oh yeah, it's a nice one.
Coming to you, Billy. There we go.
Nice fish, Jason.
Take it.
Oop, got her.
Not a bad one. Fat out here. Vermilion gold, but you know, it's going to be a little bit later in the morning here, going to be closer to lunchtime, which maybe that's why I ate, because I was hungry. But you know, so we just keep pulling Lindy rigs right now, kind of along a sand break. But it's really important, even though Vermilion's somewhat of a stained lake, it's still really important sometimes to get that bait out away from the boat. You know, so I was just long line a crawler there, and that thing came along and it chowed it. You know, so, you know, sometimes time of day. We've had days this June where honestly some of the best fishing has been at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So sometimes if you got spots that are holding fish, they're not biting, recycle back and try them midday, because sometimes that's the hot bite.
It'll be a TikTok moment.
The key to good walleye fishing is eating healthy. Pea pods and carrots. That's my secret right there.
But not always.
You know, as a fishing guide, I've ran, you too, Billy, we've ran various models. I've ran Pro V's, aluminum, Pro V glass. You've ran Impacts, Alaskans, but yet I keep coming back to the Pro Guide.
Yep, me too.
And for me, I run the 2075. This is the 2075 model with the 250 Merc Pro XS. And when it comes to the engine, the performance, the whole shot is amazing. I can have 4 people, myself, gear, shore lunch box, everything. And I can get up and out of the hole. I can handle big water really well. These 2075s are meant for big water. And what I love about it as a fishing guide is the open space. Everybody's got their own, I always tell everybody's got their own spot in the boat. And this is your spot. And as a fishing guide, the best part is what I call my office back here. I've got my electronics, my command center, my Vantage, my Talon, everything's right here. It's at literally arm's length for me to do things. And that's why I love 2075, and that's why I come back to it year in and year out.
I run its smaller brother, the 1875 with a 90. It's got the IPS-2 hull, just like this one, pretty much laid out the same way. It's just a little shorter, but I can get that boat in, you know, rivers, small lakes, and some rustic boat landings with that roller trailer. So that's you know, the main reason I run the 1875. They're both great boats.
And if you're looking for a tiller boat, this is the best one, by far, hands down. You know, one thing that's unique about Lake Vermilion is that it's a Canadian shield lake inside of Minnesota. And what comes with Canadian shield lakes? Rocks. And what comes with rocks? Snags. And so what I do when I'm Lindy rigging, which is what we're doing right now, is I'll use my side scan on my Lowrance to basically keep me in the areas where it transitions from like rock to sand, rock to gravel, rock to mud. And that allows me, going back to boat control again, to stay on those transition areas and really limit the amount of snags I get. And you can catch fish in these areas. You don't have to fish rocks all the time out here. Fish relate to sand, they relate to gravel, they relate to mud. You know, there's always gonna be fish on rocks, but there's gonna be a ton of fish in this lake in areas that aren't rocks. And so using electronics and being confident in those areas can help you catch a lot more fish and have a lot less frustration. Yep. Net, Billy.
Yep. Ooh, could be another dandy, Jason.
Another hard fighting Vermilion walleye. These things are like going toe to toe sometimes in a heavyweight fight.
Oh, they are.
Look at that thing.
They're so strong.
It's probably just another one like we caught, but earlier.
Yeah, and you never know.
All right, he's coming up there, Billy.
Yep, yeah, it's another dandy. Another toad.
That one's bigger. And more feisty.
Yep, got it.
Got it. Nice. They are chowing the crawlers. Like, a good example, I'll have to get that hook out, but, ooh, nice. Right now, there are times when you crawler fish where it's super finesse and they're just grabbing it and you gotta kind of play games with them. But right now, They are literally eating the head of the crawler and the hook all at once. I didn't even have to give that one line. I just gave him the rod tip and then gave him the business right there. That is, he might be taller than he is long, Billy.
Oh, it's a dandy. Like I said, that's what people come to Lake Vermilion for, is a memorable fish like that and those nice eaters.
There she gets kicks. There's fish right here, Billy. There's 2 or 3 of them.
Perch there. That's a fish.
That's a fish.
Nice fish. That's a rod bender, Jason.
It is. That's typical for these Vermilion walleyes. They are bulldogs. Built different out here. Coming up, Billy.
Oh yeah, it's a dandy. Nice fish. There we go, Jason. I'm gonna flop it right on the floor.
Well, I tell you what, Billy, if that's how we're gonna end our last couple days together, that's a good way to do it.
Oh, awesome. That's a beautiful fish. I mean, people come to Lake Vermilion for a fish like that. You know, that's a memorable fish, and then, you know, you get your eaters too. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
It's been a fun couple of days. You know, we were out on the river yesterday and caught some bass, pike, got a bonus walleye out there. We kind of saw what the river systems are like around this area, multi-species.
Yes.
Came out day 2, kind of focused on walleyes. We had to adapt a little bit. We saw things are starting to transition out here, getting into crawlers, which is always a fun bite. We got the mayfly hatch going on, so, you know, it's all about keeping it simple.
Oh yeah, you know, simple puts a lot of fish in the boat. Yeah, we've had a blast the last 2 days, multi-species in it, you know, doesn't get any better.
So there you go. If you're gonna come up to Lake Vermilion or the Lake Vermilion area, this is what it's all about.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like more information, check out lundboats.com or these other online outlets.